Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. I'm Lisa, Grand Cru Wine Coolers, and I'm here with my friend Rebecca at Amici Cellars. This is a real treat today.
Yeah.
I'm just so. I'm going to take the camera after this and go walk around a little bit and just show how beautiful it is. But it's really special.
I know. It's stunning out here. I
Thank
really love it.
Thank you for having me. How long have you worked here?
Absolutely. I've been here 3 years now, so yeah, I just pretend that this is my home. That I'm
Yeah.
by myself, and it's amazing.
It would be a great home for me. It's got everything, kitchen full of wine. So we were talking just before I turned the camera on about the Pinot Noir from the Russian River, which I've done a couple videos over in Healdsburg with these. But we were talking about how cab is king here in Napa Valley, and how it's actually really interesting and unique to be able to taste a Pinot in this
Absolutely.
neck of the woods.
I know, all the way up in Calistoga.
When people come, how is that received? Are they like?
I get most people telling me that we'll be the first Pinot Noir of their whole trip, and they've been tasting in Napa this whole time, and no one's offered them a Pinot, so it's refreshing and kind of a nice way to not only reset your palate a little bit, but have a good
Yeah.
variety.
Wait. Well, let's talk about your cabs because wow, you have a beautiful collection, and
Thank you.
so we were looking at your. I was looking at the Cabernet Beckstoffer from Tokalan Vineyards. That's
Yes.
one of the most famous vineyards in Napa Valley. If you don't know, well, if you're watching this, you probably know. But for those of us who might not, explain a little bit about the Tokalan Vineyard and what makes that so special about Cabernet. And
Yeah.
it's by Mondavi, right?
Yeah, so originally totally owned by Mandavi. The spot is just absolutely beautiful. I've been told stories that it was named that because it means essence of good in Greek is what Tokalan means. So when they saw the property, they thought this was going to be the best of the best, kind of cream of the crop there. And Andy Backstoffer is very fortunate to acquire some of those acres, and we're very fortunate that we get to work with Andy Backstoffer there. But his fruit that comes in is absolutely stunning.
You are.
Makes it easy.
I mean, that is some of the most famous wines. I mean, that really put California on the map,
It
didn't it?
did, yeah, absolutely. Mandavi did an incredible job with that, and just to have all these farmers and winemakers and everyone out here now makes it much more special too, and continual out here, which I really love.
So you have quite a few vineyards, and you gave me this map showing me
Yeah.
all the different locations you guys source your fruit from. How do you choose your farmers, and how do you choose who you source your grapes from?
Yeah, so our winemaking team has been pretty incredible on this too. Our director of winemaking is Tony Biaggi, who
Ah,
joined us here in 2015, but he's been doing this for quite a while now.
Biaggi Vineyards.
He's so he started at Duckhorn.
Right.
He's worked for Plumpjack, and he works for Hourglass currently, and a bunch of other ones. But just really, really incredible guy who has a lot of these farmer relationships. And
Yeah.
between him and our other winemaker, John Tay West, they're able to really work on these incredible vineyard sites. And I always joke, Amici meaning friends in Italian. We're kind of a bunch of friends working together.
Amici.
But exactly, yeah.
They argue like friends.
But yeah, right, fight like friends, sure. But we have we're able to develop these friendships with other farmers and kind of partnerships that way. So I look at Amici as friendships overall.
Well,
So
that's what wine is all about. Wine is
yeah,
all about that's why I always say wine is the only beverage. We're really bringing people together, um, like really closely. You can get together for a cocktail, sure, but that might turn into a different kind of an evening. And wine is really the great connector, if you will. But you guys have some amazing ranches and vineyards here that you source your fruit from. Out of these
absolutely.
cabs, which ones are the most popular? Would you say? Out of
So I think overall, of course, the Baxter Toblerone is super iconic and kind of famous there. But I think, truthfully, our more Soleil Cabernet is our most popular. We've been making that one since 2009, and we get some of the older vines on the property, and they're just absolutely incredible. The farmers are wonderful. Gary
Beautiful.
Morrisoli is the father, and Chris Morrisoli, his son, are the two team there doing it all, back tucked up
Just
in
like
Rutherford.
it's like a roster of who's who in Napa Valley. Well, I'm going to pause the video and let you pour me some of this cab, and then we're going to talk about the flavors in the cab. So
Perfect.
stay tuned. And we're back. Okay, what have I got in my glass now, Rebecca?
Yes, this is our 2022 Reserve Cabernet Sauvignon. This is one I kind of call it our winemaker's palette. So, as we kind of talked about, we have so many vineyard sites that we're able to source our grapes from, but we let our winemakers kind of craft this every year a little differently based off the vineyards they want to use. For the 2022 here, this is really valley floor. We have some sites in Rutherford, St. Helena. Yeah, the legs on it are incredible. Totally.
Wow, I haven't seen legs like that since Bordeaux.
They're pretty wild, and the color extraction on it is just incredible. This is one you can of course enjoy now that it's drinking beautifully, but even aging it is going to be just as good. So.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah.
That is gorgeous. 22.
Yeah, so pretty young. We
Rich.
got a pretty popular following on this one here, so it does move pretty quickly for us. So.
And it seems like that would really develop it as well.
Absolutely.
You could lay this down.
Yeah.
And you can lay this down in one of our Grand Cru wine coolers.
There you go.
55 degrees. Come back. Maybe get a case. If you have a case. Revisit it over the years. Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit. Speaking of that, you're very limited in where people can buy these wines. These are really exceptional wines, by the way. Very, very special, very limited. And you're not really distributing that much at all, you were telling me, across the country.
Yeah. This one we distribute a tiny bit, but we only make so much of it, so it doesn't last very long. But it kind of makes it more special, right? You can obtain a smaller
So
selection of it.
we are going to add Amici Cellars to our preferred wine club list. So as soon as I get back to my office, upload the video and do all the things, we'll put a link. And we talked about you were going to have a special offer for any of my guests coming to visit you up here in Calistoga when they come to visit. They get a simple little special.
Totally, yeah. So for our tasting, we'll be happy to do a little cheese board for you to enjoy while you're hanging out here, and pour you something a little special.
And a little couple off-piste, off-menu tastes. Okay, guys, these are very, very special wines. These wines are, shall we say, for the, I don't want to say advanced palate because anybody can drink them, but really for people who appreciate Napa Valley wines. And I'm going to list them up on the website, so I'll put the link on there. Look under our preferred winery partners. You guys are going to be at the top of the list with all these beautiful cabs.
Perfect.
And when we first sat down, it's a warm summer day, but it's not hot. It's unusual for Calistoga. It's just like this perfect. We said we would sit outside because it's not too warm. And I said I would spit, but that I would just quaff some of your Sauvignon Blanc. But I would quaff this
I know.
Cabernet.
Me too.
Yeah. It's like, and that's the other thing that, we talk about the difference between, the French, in France, the wine is always with food, it's always with the meal. But here in California, we just sit around and we quaff bottle after bottle, especially if it's something this unique and this delicious. I get a lot of really rich, and I love the fact that it's served at the proper temperature, because on a warm day especially, I don't want it to get heat up. So we're at Amici Cellars once again. I'm going to take a pause and then later walk around and show the property a little bit, but let me know what you think in the comments. If you've tasted this wine before, if you want to come and visit, I'll have a link for that as well, where you can book a visit. It's very, very limited, guys. This is a tiny little property hidden up here in the hills of Calistoga. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll walk you through the property in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a quick little tour here of this gorgeous property here at Amici Cellars. It's just stunning. And again, today the weather is just perfect. I want to say maybe in the 80s. It's not too hot, you know. When it's too hot, you're just not quaffing all these big, you know, Bordeaux blends, these big cabs that we're known for here in Napa Valley. It can just be too hot for that. But today is just absolutely stellar. It's like a dream. They can host small groups, but you know, you would have to hire a driver to bring you up here because there is only 2 parking spots. And there's the house behind me. You can see that's where we've been sitting on the porch doing the tasting, and then just this beautiful mountain range in the back. Calistoga is a really special, really unique viticulture. Every place in the Napa Valley has its own unique microclimate, but Calistoga especially. A lot of cab up here, a lot of Zin. The really kind of big, bold reds that Napa Valley is known for, but up here in the hillsides it can be quite unique. Now this winery in particular, as we talked about, they do source their grapes from a variety of different places throughout the valley. So it is kind of one-stop shopping, give you kind of a grand tour for your taste buds there to see you know, what's growing on the valley floor, what's growing, even they have with the Pinots out by the Russian River and out by the coast. So it's a really, really unique way to taste a variety of different wines from all over the valley floor, mountain fruit, all the way out to the coast. So she's got one more little special that I'm going to taste, and so put that on pause and meet you back on the tasting porch. Back. Okay.
All right.
Okay, tell me what's in my 2 glasses, girl.
Yeah, so I poured 2 of our single vineyards for you here. So your left glass is our Morasoli Cabernet, which is down in Rutherford. So this was one I had briefly mentioned before, but this one is just absolutely stunning. We've been making this one since 2009. We really get on that Rutherford bench.
The Rutherford bench.
Yes, exactly.
What is that unique thing about the Rutherford bench? Like, what is it that makes the Rutherford bench so sought after and so special?
Yeah, I mean, to me, I always just get what we call a Rutherford dust kind of characteristic coming through. It's got a little more texture, but the soil drainage there and composition there is just absolutely incredible. That these vines struggle in a way where it makes these really nice, powerful wines that are still super silky, and we're very fortunate here with
it is silky and smooth. Yeah. Is this 100% cab?
100% Cabernet. Yep.
I can feel. Yeah, I can taste that.
Right from this property here, we get some pretty old vines on it, but this is one. I mean, truthfully, we've been doing this since 2009, like I said, so we get some really nice long vintages to taste.
I get really dark berry in there.
Yeah. Sometimes I get a hint of mocha on it too.
I do too, a little mocha. I mean, I know it's like weird, you know, people stick their nose in a glass. Oh, I smell like polar bear, but I do get that. I do like to smell those flavors.
The fun little aromas, right?
I do. And this one is a 21.
So this is Cimarosa.
Cimarosa.
Yep, so we got a little Howell Mountain. So it means red hilltop in Italian there. So
this is Howell Mountain?
Yep, Cimarosa here.
Oh!
I know.
Howell Mountain fruit is...
We're spoiled.
100%?
100%, yep. Absolutely.
100% Howell Mountain.
Yep, and
cab?
100% cab, yep.
Whoa! Okay, stop the buses. 100% Howell Mountain cab. This is gold.
Yeah.
Liquid gold, that's what that is. This is the kind of wine that makes you get on your knees and thank God.
I know, right? It's stunning. It's a powerful
Cimarosa. How much is that wine?
That one's $1.95 a bottle.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And that's limited. Very limited.
Yeah. We do keep a pretty small production for it, so it does make it a little more special.
So if you're in the wine club, do you get to pick, or like how does it work?
Yeah, so for our club, we try to keep it as customizable as possible. We have kind of some options of what we do for each of our shipments, but guests are welcome to make any changes.
So if you had 6 bottles, could I just get 6 bottles of that?
I have people that do it. But yeah, we try to keep it as easy as it is. We want you to drink what you want to drink, so Yeah,
Yeah, because you're really known for your cab here, huh?
we are. Yeah, Tony Biaggi's definitely known for Cabernet here,
Mhm.
so we're very
I'm
true to
familiar
it.
with the Biaggi name.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Rebecca. This is so amazing just to sit out here and look at
I
this
know.
beautiful property and these incredible wines. It just really tell a story of your owner's passion. I know we talked about that before we started, and um, just I think what they're doing here is incredible. So thank you
Yeah,
for
thank you
having
for
us. We're
coming
happy to
out.
have you on a Grand Cru Wine Coolers. Stock your cellar programs. Stock up. Fall's coming, harvest is coming, but doesn't matter. I could sit here in August and drink this all day.
Absolutely.